Hello, welcome. My name is Roxy, and you're watching Roxy's Ramblings. You're specifically watching the 5th episode of What's in My Collection. So let's get started, shall we? The time of this recording is late on July 21st, 2024, by the way. So, let's go ahead, get to the meat and potatoes of my collection. It takes up the vast majority of it, and supersedes any other comic category that I might have. That is Batman. Alright, look at all of this. That's all the Batman I have. Okay. Let's just go with the original right here. This is the original Batman series, 1940 to 2011. Let's go through all the ones I have here. Alright. So, 704, I believe, is this part of Hush? No. I have the Beholder. I don't really know much about it. I don't even know where I got it. I got it so long ago that I don't even know when or, what I got. I know what I got. I don't know when I got it. I don't know what this is. I'll rate it sometime. If you're wondering, this will probably be a multi-part series. Alright, next we have Batman Year One, one of the most famous Batman stories of all time. I've never read it. It's by Frank Miller, who also did Dark Knight Returns, which I have read. I've never read Year One. I mean, if it's just his origin story, then of course I know that. But I've never read it. It was deemed too dark for me when I was younger, and now that I'm older, I just haven't gotten around to it. It says that I have the trade paperback second printing. I actually have the hardcover second printing. At the time that I put this in, the hardcover wasn't there, and I didn't think about... Let me see. Second printing, third printing. Interesting. I didn't know how to add comics to this site. I do now, but I just haven't gotten around to it, and I'll probably sell it after I read it anyway, though I do have the hardcover. Next we have 496, which I haven't read yet. That's early in on the Nightfall saga. Nightfall started with Batman 492, and the setup to it is in Detective Comics and Batman, respectively. So, I thought I had gotten this at a Comic-Con, but I did not. I got it at my local comic shop that sells old comics, and one of my local comic shops, and I got it for $1. But it's in decent condition, so I'd say it's worth it. Next, and I don't know why it's going in descending order of publication, it should go old to new, but whatever, we have Batman 485. This one I have read, and as you can see I gave it a 4 stars. I did review it, but we're not going over that today. I have the newsstand variant, and I got it from... No, just as long as I can remember I've had this comic. I just checked the details, and there are none, which means that I just had it before this site, which means I've just had it forever. So yeah, but I read it online. I didn't read this one, and then only afterwards, when I went to review it, did I realize that I already had it. So that was kind of funny. But yeah, it was a good issue. It wasn't revolutionary, but it was decent. And Black Mask was a big part of that. It's going to be a big part of my fan comic that I'm writing. Black Mask is going to be a big part of that. Next we have Batman 472, which was from 91. And, yeah, that's cool. It's cool. I haven't read it or anything. But, yeah, I like Batman stuff. Peter Milligan, I think, is cool. I don't know. We'll find out. And, yeah, that's the same for the other two, I think. So, that's the same for this one. I got both of these pretty cheap. Around $1.50, somewhere between there. And then, this is the last one. This is Ra's al Ghul, right? The Secret of Ra's al Ghul. Revealed at last! The final deadly battle high atop a flaming volcano. And this is from 81. Wow, I can't believe I have this. Do I have... Yeah, I have Newsstand. So that's pretty cool. I don't know where I got this. Let me see if I put anything in there. No, I've just also had this one forever, so that's kind of crazy. Yeah, pretty cool. So that wraps up all that I have for the main Batman title. Let's see what we have in the rest. Alright, so next up is New 52 Batman. So, we have Batman Volume 1, 2, 3, 4 is somewhere... No, I don't have 4. 4 is the only one I still need, right? Did I get 4? Where did I get 6? That's the big question. Okay, so 6 is the one that I managed to get, just barely. So most of these I actually got at Ollie's. So this one I got for free, because I have connections. That's not sketchy, it's just I know someone who works at a library and gives me decommissioned books. We have Volume 1, 2, 5, and 7, which I got from Ollie's. So they were all under $10 each. And then 6, and this one's hardcover, and I got it for like $5. Ollie's is great. If you have an Ollie's near you, go to it now. Volume 6 I got from one of my local comic shops that is generally more expensive and high-end than the rest. But sometimes they have some good deals. This was one of those days. I went and got it on my birthday, actually. So, yeah, and they just happened to have the one that I needed, other than 4. I think they also had Super Heavy, but I'm not going to collect Super Heavy. I'll just read it online. And I'm currently reading The Court of Owls. I read a certain issue, I believe Batman 28, which was the first appearance of Harper Row Bluebird. But don't quote me on that. And I thought it was okay. It wasn't spectacular, but that's what... I'm still on this one, but so far that's what the New 52 run has been, is just fine. It's fine. Which is better than I could say about a lot of other New 52 stuff, so that's good. Next up is Batman 2016 to present, so this is Rebirth onwards. I got a little bit of this a while ago. I have 51. I don't know anything about it. So, pretty much all of these... Let me see. Yeah, all of these except for the trade paperback I got for $2 each at a book sale back in 2018. So, I was back into the comic game in 2018. I was excited. I was going to read some Batman. I bought all of these. I bagged and boarded them and stuck them in a box and never read them. So, I still have all of them, but I've never read them. I don't know anything about them. It'll be interesting to actually read them. And I believe this is the Tom King run. Am I correct about that? Yes, I am. So, the Tom King run is known for being very divisive. A lot of people don't like it, but we will see if I am one of the people who does or does not like it. So I wasn't really collecting so many comics around this time. I pretty much got whatever Batman comics I could here, and I got Spider-Gwen. I did collect that entire run in the form of trades, and that's still one of my favorite comic series ever. But yeah, I wasn't doing too much with comics then. And so, let me see. I did get this more recently because it was also at Ollie's, and I thought it was Volume 6 of the New 52 run, and then I realized it was of the Tom King Rebirth run, and then I'm like, well, I might as well keep it. Because it has 38 through 44, which I don't know if you saw, but I don't have 38 through 44. My run starts with 51 and goes until 62, so it's worth it to have it, and I'll get to it sometime. I think the Tom King run is free on Comixology right now, so whenever I get to it, I'll get to it. We'll see. Next up is something really cool. That is Batman Giant. Ooh, I have 2 keys? Ooh, what are the keys? First appearance of White Lantern, Bruce Wayne, and... first appearance of Ginny Hex. Huh, I have the first appearance. Now, it may just be reprints. I think Batman Giant is entirely composed of reprints, but these were also from the book sale in 2018, and I have all of them, all 14, and they're all in amazing condition. So, and they have some pretty cool stories, and a lot of the stories that I want to read. So, I'm pretty excited to read them. It'll be fun. Obviously, there's a lot here, and as you could see previously, but because there's so much Batman, I'm gonna have to make this a multi-part series. I don't think you'll mind. I certainly don't mind. And this will be our last look of the day, just to keep it shorter. So, Batman Eternal was a New 52 run that was running around the same time as regular Batman run. Let me see, when did it start? Batman Eternal #1 is April 2014. So it came around around 3 years into the New 52 Batman run. I don't know a whole lot about it, but I do know that it includes a lot of information and stories surrounding Harper Row Bluebird, which is a character that I really want to dive into when it comes to my fan comic, because my fan comic, she's one of the main characters, so it's kind of important for me to know about it. I also got both Volume 1 and Volume 2 at Ollie's for pretty cheap, brand new of course, because it's Ollie's. Batman Eternal Volume 1 I got for $6.99 before tax. Same thing for Batman Eternal Volume 2. And this one has Catwoman. I don't know if the other one has Catwoman, but this one has Catwoman. Ooh, it has Spoiler and Batwing, Julia Pennyworth. I imagine I will like Batman Eternal. And it's also by Scott Snyder, who did... And James Tynion and Tim Seeley. So we have some good names on here. So I'll be interested to read it. I'll get to it eventually, soon enough. But with that, that will be the end of the video. Thank you guys so much for joining me on the first part of this series here. First part of the look into my Batman comics, that is. Today was pretty interesting. We went over a bunch of cool Batman comics, and of course there's more to come. If you liked this, make sure to leave a like, subscribe, share, all that good stuff. And leave a comment telling me which issue was your favorite out of the ones that we looked at today, or which trade. Did you read the Tom King run? What did you think of it? I know it's pretty divisive, so let me know down below. I'll be interested to hear all your opinions about it. Until next time, this has been the 5th episode of What's in My Collection, and yeah, I'll see you guys later. Skull.